I'm using my camera.
So you connect the audio to the camera as well? Maybe, can you try and stop and then like play if you can hear or no?
No, because the camera doesn't have audio. I would have to take out the...
Okay.
I put your picture of Lisbon here in the background.
Oh, cool.
So let me show you. Oh, there.
Alright.
There it is.
Yeah, I hope you can print it and send to her for her birthday.
Yeah.
Very late birthday present.
No problem. On July I give it to her and say you send it.
Cool.
So, let's start.
Yes. You can hear my voice clear, yeah?
Yeah, and it seems it's capturing well.
Okay, cool.
So from there you can talk whatever you want. You are free. I don't want you to make too much questions. So please talk to me about Arte, Moris, and how did you get there?
Okay, well, it's when I was kid, I already love making art, because from my mom, I started doing the things to put on the table.
See.
How do you call it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She draw a pencil on the things and then sewing them like flowers. So if the guests coming to have a coffee, they can put the coffee on top. It's look nice, sometimes the coffee spill it on that. So it's like make me interested with the drawing. And also when I saw my dad playing chess, I saw the king is like rose. I'm like, that's a nice piece, and the horse. So from that moment I really love art. But in Indonesian time, become a painter is like low class, it's your hobby. When people interview you or you introduce yourself at school, what you want to be? You have to be a teacher, you have to be army, you want to be a doctor or priest, astronaut. Never you say, I want to be a musician, I want to be a photographer, I want to be a painter. It's not your destiny. It's like a hobby. But the thing is like make me excited. Instead of being a doctor, being an army, I'm like, nah, I prefer like drawing. It's beautiful, When you see the nature, when you see the ocean, you want to draw. You want to do that on, like, you want to like capture it, copy it. And then once I get into junior high school, I saw one guy, my friend, he has a camera, like, take a photo. I'm like, this is another, like, encouraged me to do a photography thing. When we were kids, some photographer, like, take a photo, you're like, what is that? How can they bring you into the box? So it's like, brainwash me. And one day, junior high school, my friend went to toilet, he left his camera on the table. And then I'm like, sort of look into the viewfinder, and finally I did it. I'm like, wow, it's small, tiny word in there. And then he caught me. And he almost wanna like using a rock and hit me, like, I will kill you. And then in my self, I'm saying like, one day I will have that still. Yeah, I'll get that until I get independent. It's like 15 years later. But it's already like in digital. Like when I see that, like Kodak thing, like pocket, with the film.
Yeah.
I still have it now here. My friend gave me when everything moved to digital. So back to how I get to Arte Moris. So after we get independence, I really don't want to study anymore. I feel like no. I just want to do like working, like like people working in the factory, cleaning the street, do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's better than working in the office. It's too hard for me to get that job. And then in 2000, I get back to the school, to the technical high school, until I graduate. And then went to the university for 2 semesters, like 6 months. And then my brother-in-law asked me to wait for his, like, taking care of his city rental. So after study, I come back and wait for his city rental. So that's where I get the money, like $5 per week. And then I went to university. And then I saw my primo. He always passed like in front of my rental. Like I saw him twice, 3 times, but never had chance to talk to him. And one day he went back home, like through my rental place. He said, "I saw you almost every day. Went to that place, to there. What you doing there?" I went to the art school. I'm like, my God, really? You serious? I was looking for this when I was like 19 years old. I was like 19 years old back then. I'm like, I want to have art school. He said, "Exists art school?" He said, "Yeah." "Who's opening?" "Oh, one Malay from Swiss." I said, "Really? Okay, can you bring me in there?" He said, "Yeah, sure. Just come tomorrow." And then I went there, just hang around, but they said like, "Oh, not open yet. They'll open next month." And then next month there is an exhibition in the Delhi. It used to be Americano Lama. And then I went to saw the first exhibition at the Moris. I said like, and when I saw the painting, I'm like, that's like a kid's painting. I can do that. When you start thinking like that, I think you cannot do it. It's like looks so easy, but actually it's not easy. Because when you see somebody draw, like look like a stick drawing, it looks easy in your imagination. But when you hold the brush, the color is totally different. And I regret that. I'm like, never just cover, or never just book by the cover, like so. Now I get respectful about the art. And then when they had the exhibition, I had changed to join the Moris. But I forget about the rental. I'm just like waiting for the city rental, but my body is there, but my brain is like, I want to go back to that school. And then finally I got into the school. I got, it's in Kintalki, it's in 2003. When I get to Moris, I joined with Moris. And then I decided like maybe I need to quit the university because I don't have money to pay. Luckily, the principal of the university said like, because we have a big demonstration, you pay to enter the university. It's like $100. I told my dad to borrow to Balibo to borrow $100 from the priest. He gave me because the priest is from Flores, so it's friends with my family. Be nice, so my dad borrowed his money, $100 to pay my university. And then because it's too expensive back then, 2003, the student demonstration, and then we get like half price down. And then I took the opportunity. I went to ask my money back, and I said, "Okay, here your money." But I said, "Give all my money back, all, because I'm quit. I'm quit the university." "Really? Sure." "Yeah, here, take your, the coat, blue coat. Yeah. It's around like $25." I said, "This one too, I don't want to." They said, "No, that one you cannot ask for money back, and you keep that one." So I get like $60, $64 back. And then
they gave you the money back.
My friend went. Huh?
They gave you the money back.
Yeah, the money back. It's already half price, but because I quit, I asked for all the money back. And they gave it back. And then they said, "What do you want to do?" And I saw them, I have a process. Because I'm not doing a paint, I'm not enter the color yet. I'm still drawing. But I already bought the the process, I saw to the teacher said, I'm going to be a painter. I don't want to study anymore. I said, okay. And went outside, invite all my friends at the university. I said goodbye, let's have a drink. So all the money I have a drink. I spent for a drink. And then 3 months later, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I already quit the university. When? 3 months ago. Oh shit. Why you tell me now? What you do? Oh, I joined the art school. Oh, okay. Do what you love. How can I do? Already 3 months later, I cannot cancel it. From that time, I'm a free man. So my parents let me be a free man.
Did you have in your family? Did you have anyone besides from what you talked about your mother and your father? Did you have anyone that was connected to produce to some kind of art like?
Yeah. My mom's big sister, his son is like a painter and is a musician.
Okay.
Yeah. And also why I joined the technical high school in Indonesian time, because my big brother, when he has a holiday back to my village, he only saw his technical drawing, he used to be automotive. So when he draw a car, I'm like, wow. But actually that one you draw like architect, draw things like that. Actually in technical high school you have a drawing class. That's why I joined the technical high school in the Indonesian town. But my father wants me to be a doctor. I didn't pass the doctor because back then to become a doctor you have to have a 32 point when you have a final examination. Mine only 31. So only 1 point missing. So the Japanese girl beat me. Because in Indonesian time you cannot be smarter than the Indonesian people. But actually I'm smarter than her. But the teacher won't allow me to get higher. So that I used to study in Indonesian, start from primary anu until tertiary anu in Indonesia, and then move back to Timor. From tertiary anu until 6, I always get number one. Because when I was studying in Indonesia, it's already you study the future, but when you back to Timor, you study the past. And I'm like, I already studied that in Indonesia. So when you're kids, you don't know. But now I realize that the Indonesians make the educations really behind, I even don't know that the Australia is very close. For us, we know that Australia is in Antarctica, far away, in the United States. Yeah. But actually it's from Kupang to Los Palos. That's how, they're close. We never know that much. Even in the globe, Indonesian teacher, they don't put the Australia close to the Timor. It's far away. Now I just realized that, that's been scam education in Timor. Yeah, when I was in elementary school, I got the Bolses Turus, I got 120 rupiahs, now it's $10, $15.
Yeah.
But I still love art, so I joined Arte Moris in 2003.
How many people were there?
At Arte Moris? I don't know, I'm the senior one is Ino, Tony, Chimeng, Corey, they're 15. Senior. And the 15 senior is from the Indonesian artist named Yayan. He started art school, not Arte Moris. He started open school at Timor in Dili, on the street, with Tony, with Ino, with Ilewatu, on the street, until the Swiss guy, the artist, Luca Ganse, came along, and he introduced the Timorese artist to Luca Ganse.
Okay.
And then it started open Arte Moris, and then it got split, because two big boss have an argument, The Indonesian guy lose, and then there's decision who wanna go with this Indonesian or stay with Arte Moris. And I was there. I'm still a student, so I'm a witness. And then they all went to meeting with Yaya. And then I was waiting with everybody to come back, the senior artists like Iluwatu. And then most of them came back. Only two senior didn't come back. So they stay with the first teacher. And then from that we fight every day with the two guys that said like, you guys with Arte Moris is like a joke of a Malay, you know? You just like, when you see the Malay, you like forget about the first master. So now I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm like say to the old like Iluwatu, you should like, you know, the first teacher always the best, you know, you cannot like Luca is the best. I know it's a different mindset because Luca has a better experience than Yaya. But Yaya is the first one, bring the idea to open the art school. And then when everybody meet the Malay, everybody changes their mind. Okay, we Malay now. Because there's food, there's everything, you have places. But Indonesian guy, you don't have money, you know? You on the street, you like have to be strong.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yaya is still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. Now he's back to Indonesia.
Okay.
And then in 2004, the President Ramos Horta support Arte Moris to get the building at Komoro. So we moved to Komoro.
Okay.
And I become a senior student already, so I can teach the junior.
So
that's around like 3 months later. 3 months later, I already teacher.
So when you are a senior student, you start teaching the younger student.
Yeah, because after 6 months later, they open the class.
Okay.
Because 6 months later, I already moved to a painting class from drawing 3 months, and then 3 months of color painting.
And you had other. It taught you like sculpture and other different kind of techniques.
No, like at Arte Moris, you know, like because Luca Ganser, he like a free art school means everything is, you know, he doesn't want you to stuck. So the way you learn there is like when you're junior, okay, you can draw like from fruit on top of the table, like square, you draw. But after drawing class, I always stay there. I'm like, I'm bored with draw same thing. So when I saw a box, because they put the cigarette box there, I destroyed the box after the class because I want to break this rule. I get bored already like 1 month. So I smashed the cigarette box like that, and then I put it on the table and I start drawing until like 7 already dark. And then, you know, you leave it on the table. And then tomorrow I come back, I saw my drawing, it's already on the door. The master, Luca Ganser, took it and then put it there. I'm like, wow. I'm so proud, you know. But I saw my friend, like, some friend that really good in drawing, they're like really fast. They can do the cigarette box is like really nice. But me, I don't want to focus on the things. I'm like, that's boring. So that's why I smash the cigarette, I make it something different. So from that moment, I get quick to become a senior. Because Luca said, that's what Luca wants, you know. It's like, from that moment, he always like, this guy is interesting. So I become good friend with him. And then when he knows that I play chess, getting better with me, play music, play guitar, he loved that one.
Wow.
And then we moved to, because in Kintelkik is small house, we moved to Komoro, we get a big house. So even in Kintelkik, Luca always went to the beach, collect the garbage from the beach, like plastic, like the wood that I showed to you, it's inspiration from Luca, yeah? He came here, make a sculpture. Before when I learned, like sculpture has to be like Christ Rey, it's supposed to be like a Buddha, you know, like a cross, everything precise. But when I saw Luca, it's like so free. So that's how I love, like, that's what this free art school. Like you have to be free, do whatever is free. And I love his technique like so free. So that's, why I love photo montage, because I don't want to take a photo, just like a photo, just throw it at you. And also, it's happened again in 2009 when me and Cesaro, just by our Timors, went back to Sydney, to Wollongong, to have a piece art. And I was drunk, and then I'm just like kicking out. We went to this, to the like store, but all the supermarket are closed. And then I just started to like knock, make a joke or kick the door and like, hey, okay, I want to buy some drink. 5 minutes later, 6-car police like, woo, 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 chasing us. We all like ran separate. That was crazy.
And you did exhibition in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what?
2004, yeah.
And there was many people seeing the exhibition. What was the?
Mostly from the university student, and some people know about us, and also the consulado in Timor became a good friend with Arte Moris.
What was the feedback from Australians from your art?
I don't really remember, but I got a feeling like now I just realized that their body is just like to feel sorry, like to appreciate that there is like, but it's like when you have a kids, they just like start to singing. You don't tell them like you don't sing like this is not really good. You have to be like very nice, very cute. That's what my feeling back then. Now I just realize it. But we get good like positive feedback that we have changed to have exhibition in Australia. But we had exhibition in the art school.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing a little bit, but we came with the free art school. We come with the free art school, which is sometimes we miss. That in our time we don't have like live drawing, things like that. When we are stay at the university, we went to visit the school. They have an art school, it's drawing like flower, 10,000 repeat, the faces, like paint some faces, already beautiful, but they said it's a mistake. They have to repeat. That's what we miss, And we are like embarrassed to our painting that exhibit there to the student at art school. I'm like, our painting is bad, it's not look good compared to the art school here. But when we get the feedback, they really love our art school painting. They said like, we have never changed. We have to paint like you guys. We have to paint, follow the teacher. I said, really? Yeah. We only paint boxes for 1 month, boxes. I'm like, really? And how about you? And you from Timor said we don't have art school like you. We just like free art school. You can learn anytime you want. You can paint whatever you want. They said, wow, we love that one. That's what we want to have experience. And then from that moment, I'm like, I don't like art school anymore. I mean, like formal art school, because I remember when I do the boxes, I only have chance to move the box when it's the class over. So I stay there and then break it and then paint on my own. And then also at night I stay at Arte Moris, even I'm not allowed to have a painting yet, because I want to see them painting. That's when I change at night. So I was like watching the senior paint, and then one day Timon gave me a piece canvas. I start painting. And I still have that first painting. It's look funny, but I love it. And the gradation, the gradation is so hard. I'm like, how can you make a gradation from dark, medium to very light? line. Black, gray, white. But now I'm master with that. I know how to do gradation.
And when you got back from that first trip to Australia, did
Just 3 months, just 3 weeks.
Did anything change in Timor?
What do you mean?
Did you feel people would accept you more because you had an international experience, or?
Yeah, like back then people don't see you going there for what. People just like want to go out. Doesn't matter you going for holiday, for immigration. Doesn't matter. Back then, they just feel like you got to inspire them that you can travel outside. Doesn't matter you get education there or no, it's like inspiring that one. So they get proud that you can go outside. So inspiring them to do the same too, even they cannot do a painting. But now it's different, Nowadays it's totally different. Whenever you go, because you are good. So they already understand. But back then, not because you are good, but maybe you just have a chance. You're just lucky. Or you just get the opportunity to go, and also because you can speak English, and also you have potential. I think so. Also, like because the master can see you have a potential, which is we cannot see ourselves, but other people can see that maybe you are good in this part. That's why they sent you there.
And then you started living out of your art, right? Or you still just do teaching in Arte Moris?
No, I moved out from Arte Moris when I get the job at CPA, Fundação Oriente, in 2013. But I already moved out from Arte Moris in 2011. 2009, Luca Ganser went back to Switzerland. So that's when Arte Moris a bit collapsed because Timorese and Timorese start to fight,
But
it's hard, that's why.
But it still exists.
Huh?
Arte Moris still exists.
Yeah, still exists because we are exist, If you want to close down, if I want to close Arte Moris, I can say just close. I can go to other train, everyone just close now. Because we want that place to stay. That's why but if without us, then what's the point,
Yeah.
Because we still love that place, like the Arte Moris. The administration is closed, it's down. But the spirit of art still there. But like some art school, they not art school, like small mini art school. We open 3 months, close 3 months later. Even there's no spirit. They have to come back to Arte Moris. Yeah, because of us, we still there. Like Iliwato's still there. Me still come there. Evan, other guys still stay there. Doesn't matter we have finance or no. We just make art together. And also the spirit of free art school. That's what's still strong. Everybody owns that. So everybody has to have one mindset. I can see the situation is like a politic party here. Arte Moris is like that. Arte Moris is like nation, and then the artist is like the politic party from on board, all them on board.
Now,
that's what it is.
and what about then? Arte Moris organized something like Arte Pública.
That's one already out from Arte Moris. Already work.
Okay.
That's organized by Tony, and some Australian friend.
And from Arte Pública there was Consolidarte with the Portuguese Ricardo Grito, between Xisto and Antoni, and then started Malu, the Fundação Oriente is doing what's it called? Asoromalu.
Wow.
And
Nothing many program like many small program back then we did.
And you've been working with Asoromalu,
but not have like good sponsor, good things, and then everything closed.
Okay.
So everything that we start, all is from people from outside. When they do the program, it's success. But we did the small program. It's only Timor-Leste. It's die. I don't know why. Maybe because we are same age, and also we know each other, so it's difficult to trust each other, or it's difficult to criticize each other.
But there were other programs made entirely by people, by Timorese? There were other programs made entirely by Timorese artists?
Like what?
I don't know. You were saying that there were other programs, but small programs.
Oh yeah, like festival tattoo, festival music. It's only happened like once. Like I want them to happen like every year, and then it's closed.
There's no
drum,
There's no continuity. Okay.
Yeah, it's organized by Timorese, but the people who organize they don't know back to Asoromalu.
And Asoromalu, what is it?
Like me, open the photo montage. I start the group photo montage, and then Jonah took it. Now I have a problem with Jonah.
Okay. So, and how about your experience here in Lisbon?
That's beautiful. Without you, it's shit. The experience without you is shit.
No, I want to tell for you to talk about your art. How did you?
Not politic.
Not politic.
No. You remember when we were in the transit station the first day?
Yeah.
We met, and I said like, not first day. A week maybe. When I have meeting with the municipal about the idea, and then we spoke. I said like, it's difficult to find the idea here. And then you said like, you told me like, just wait, you'll find the idea. You will notice. And then that's when like I'm like, And then when I got it, I was like, oh, he's right. I have to change my brain to universal brain, not like Timor brain. If I think about Timor brain, of course, because I get used to it with like making ties, making house, making water, making politics. But in there, even it's same problem. There is same problem. Problem with the politics, but I don't see it because I see street, I see people, it's covered by the building. But in Timor, it's easy to see. You can spot there is no water. There is garbage everywhere. There is people on the street. But in there, it's covered by tourists, by rich people, by city, by train, yeah. And then when we went to buy the burger, and I saw the writing, like building for tourists, and my friend, his name? I don't make me forget.
Carlos.
Carlos, oh my God, Carlos. Yeah, when you guys like saw the building, like the square building, like you tried to push that one, I'm like, I tried to find the idea, and it's good that you guys make a funny joke about this building. And then I saw they're building for tourists. I'm like, that's good.
and you got inspired.
Later I found
And then you started putting.
I saw the.
And you started putting the Timorese goats in our streets.
That's Jesus. That's not the goat. That's us. The goat is us. That's the Salvador, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus draw come to save you guys. But if you can see on their side, there's Força Portugal. It's like, you know, Portugal is still strong. I love that one. That word is so inspiring, you know, like Força Portugal. It's like, be strong, man. Like when your parents tell you, be strong, everything will be nice. So that one, in my painting, if you see on the side, that's a Força Portugal. I love that word, Força Portugal. Don't give to America. America, if you give it that Força America, they will love it. The Força Portugal is Portuguese own that. It's like a brand. Like a Portuguese brand.
And you saw all the tourism and all the bad things were covered. All the bad things here in Lisbon were covered. Because...
when we were working, you know, for me, you know, when I do the tourist thing, I feel like better I do something else. But because I have a small time, so I just like making a tourist. You know, my first idea, I want to do the details things, how the ceramic, you know, the songs, the music. That's what I want to do. But I think we spoke about it, but it's like took time, you know, like. Why, you know, there is no invasion to Portugal, you know. It's only they already have independence, like they're already independence since they're born, since when the earth began. That's what, like, when I interviewed my old guy, like in 2021, he said that Timor is already independent until the invasion came. And we have to fight for another independence. But actually, Timor already independent. So I heard that and I'm like, that's true. Everybody, human being, already independent. When we get the independent, that's the second time. That's the second time by the system. But yeah, you know, the food, that's what I want to do. The beauty of the place. Even in my photo montage, I still saw the beauty. You know, I still put the beauty of Lisbon. Only a little bit criticized there, but it's not critic the community, but it's only idea about. Do you think tourists is good in Timor? So many tourists. Is this the reflect in my country?
You know, what I really like in your vision about all of this is the sense of universality. Poverty, difficulty, social problems, they exist all over the world, not only in Timor.
That's what I use the technique in my art. I always use like that, you know, inspired by the movie Beauty and the Beast. You know, it's like a poison apple. You know, the apple is there. You want to eat it or no? You're hungry, but it might be poison. So if you see my old art, actually it's messy, but I still saw the beauty. Like the painting in your place, I saw the garbage, but I don't want to show a plastic bottle. I want to show you guys have to think. But actually the one that we see, the boat, the building, it's a big garbage, not the garbage that you already throw on the street. No, the boat on the water, it's a garbage. That's a big garbage that we don't notice. That's what my message, you know. Like if you see everything in my painting, it's everything beautiful. But if you see close, some garbage there. But I have to put it in nice. You know, that's what inspiration from the people, like even from us. You know, sometimes we want to cover our own shit to make it look beautiful. So in painting, I don't want to make it painting like some people love to do like if it cut somebody's head, they put it cut. But me, make it more metaphor. If I want to cut your head, I cut in a nice way. If I want to bomb New York City, I want to bomb in beautiful. You die like a beautiful. Like in movie, like in movie. Why people get hot and when they fall down, it's so beautiful. Like that's art, Even in painting, like Mona Lisa, the hands, like that, like that. Like, actually, it's ugly somewhere. They want to show some ugliness there, but they don't want to directly.
Yeah. Pá, espetacular.
Like a Spider-Man, or when you put your mask. We don't know, maybe you're a robot or you're I don't know. But it's look nice when you put the mask.
Bem, Mong.
Yeah.
Obrigado, Barak.
Nada. You get the point?
Yeah?
Just text if you have some question, or just text and then I reply. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Beautiful.
It's getting a sunset here, but still hot.
Yeah. I miss you, my brother.
Yeah, me too. Me and Kate one day will come and visit you.
Ok.
One day.
Tá bem. Olha, obrigado, Barak.
Nada, Barak. Thank you for the interview.
And continue to do what you do best.
That's right.
Beauty.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
We keep in touch.
Genius.
Até já.
Yes, keep in touch.
Sarah sends her love.
Okay, thank you. I send back my love, hug, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, spirits, everything there. Thank you for everything too.
Bye.
Nice food, nice place, nice environment. Força.
Vai, até logo. Tchau.
Okay, até logo. Ciao.